Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jocelyn Lovely Tarot. So good to see you guys here today. I must say guys, every time I do readings, after the first one when I get a little nervous, when I do the second, third, fourth, fifth, I feel so happy when I just do, like, I place your cards out for you and I feel like there's just so many messages to give out to you guys, and I just get in a state of gratitude and happiness because I get to do something I love. I hope you guys really enjoy the readings I give. I hope you guys feel the love. I really do. Because I just feel like when I read this, it's not just something that I'm reading for myself. I'm reading for people who are in the same place. They may not be exactly in the same place, but we resonate because we're going through similar lessons, similar stages. And if you're not a Virgo, it doesn't matter. This reading was for you. So like, share, and subscribe, comment. I love you guys. Mwah. All right. We're starting with the King of Wands energy. King of Wands, King of Wands. Beautiful energy. It's almost like an invitation for this robe. Like this robe. It seems like a robe. I don't know, like curtains that need to be with all this energy inside. There's energy inside, electrifying, beautiful, fiery energy that's ready. It's ready, right? It's activated within you. I was getting the Seven of Cups earlier and I didn't understand why I had two when it's the seven, but I had two big cups being activated and I kept thinking, what about this? What am I not seeing here? They're being activated, right? The psychic realm is activating this. It's called balance, right? It almost seems to me, yes, it seems very sexual here, right? It almost seems like your higher masculine and feminine energies are finally looking to be in peace, and your lower feminine and masculine energies are agreeing, like, yeah, you know what? It's just time. I don't want to fight myself anymore. So what they're doing is they're like, all right, I'm going to let you take over. We're going to protect you, but we're going to step back and we're going to let you take over because we understand that this needs to happen in order for us to all be whole. It's called balance, right? Now, I know this is a sexual card, but this is where we're getting at next. Because you were able to harness, or you're allowing your higher self aspects, you're allowing your feminine and masculine aspects to become whole, and you're surrendering to the process. It's like you're allowing yourself not only to be at peace, right? But now it's like you want it in turn, because you found peace within yourself. It's like now you're actively, subconsciously, your desire is within, when you drop this robe and see that peace of mind's all you wanted. Now you want to attract a mate or partner, sexual partner that is going to pretty much reflect what you're working on within yourself, right? So maybe in the past, right, you had a karmic relationship and it didn't work out. You both made mistakes, right? We all do. We all make the mistakes. But then you got to see all the mistakes that you made at the time, and you were like, okay, now I know that this is why this failed. I don't want to be this version of myself anymore. It was too much. It was too triggering. I want to be able to react differently or approach things differently from a more confident place, right? So in order for me to do that, sometimes your relationships are the things that mirror back to you how you grow. They're a reflect mirror onto how you can grow and be with another person. So the stakes are higher, right? Before you learn, you're like, okay, now I know what not to do. And before, maybe you just weren't ready, right? You weren't ready to be in a relationship because you knew the hard work it would require for you to go and invest like that. Maybe you invested so much the first time around, you got nothing back, or you got hurt, you got burnt, you got broken, whatever, right? And now it's like, because you've managed to be open to healing parts of you where you went wrong in the first relationship, now you're ready to receive a new relationship. And it's not because you've been working on yourself, it's because you're willing to surrender. right? It's not always about if you surrender, you get this, right? No, it's because you're becoming willing to understanding that change is inevitable, and it's what causes growth, and that's what causes healthy, loving relationship within yourself, right? And in turn, it's going to do that for all your other relationships. But this specifically is sexual relationships, and it's destiny, right? It's almost as if like you are in the right place at the right time. It was always meant for you to be in the state of mind, be willing to be open to receive, open the gates, the channels, the portal to receive a relationship that's going to enhance you. I mean, it's just because it didn't work out in the other relationships, that's one thing. You were always still the worst and best version of yourself with those people, right? This time it's, you're coming at it from a higher perspective, right? Like, you know what your triggers are, you know exactly what's going to set you off, you know exactly where you're going to fall short, right? And people are going to ask, when you meet someone new, you're getting to know them, right? You're getting to know what's the right, the goods, the do's, the don'ts. You're conversing about it, right? It's like a whole new opportunity for you to, because these things are going to happen again. You're going to be triggered again. You're going to be misunderstood. It's normal. It happens. It's part of the process with new relationships, right? But this is, again, it's just an opportunity being sent, right, from Earth. It's an opportunity for you to see whether you have the ability or the willingness to react differently. Because we all know what's going to happen if you do the same thing over again. It's not going to work, right? It just doesn't work. It causes animosity. There's no peace. There's no balance. This time around, you're going to get the opportunity to react differently, to approach it differently. And if you do mess up, because we all do, let's say for example, me, right? My biggest fear is I'm going to try to control a significant other. This could be, and many people could relate to this, right? I know this time around that I can't do that, because if I try to control an individual, it's not going to work out for me. This person's either going to become passive aggressive, or they're going to leave my ass. So, or expecting somebody to give me what I can't give to myself. I already know that didn't work that last time, because nobody can give you what you need. Nobody can save you. Nobody can do any of that for me. So that means I have to go within and heal myself. Coming at it from a higher perspective. When the opportunity arises for me to want somebody to save me, and me to be people pleasing, am I going to do the same thing I did last time, or am I going to approach this or react differently, or run to myself and sit with spirit and ask what would be the best alternative in this situation? Am I going to pause, or am I going to react, right? So it's just stuff like that will create a harmonious relationship. And it seems to me like we got all the ugly out of the way, right? Let's get to the sexy part. This is what you really want. It's beneficial to be in a relationship. Maybe at the time it wasn't, because you lost too much and you were like, fuck that, it's easier to be alone. But you understand the benefits of being in a real serious relationship that requires growth and change. The good and the bad. Mostly, some of you just need to get... Some of you just need some good loving. Okay? I'm talking to somebody who's probably... They have been abstinent for a bit, and they've been trying really hard to kind of focus on them, male or female. Really, and here's the thing, I gotta give you props, right? Because nowadays you could pay for it if you really wanted it, right? Or you can settle and go with somebody just to get the needs met, right? I'm talking to somebody who went against the norm and decided to just heal. Take full accountability and control of their sexual life and really heal, so that they can become more aware, or maybe not attract the same relationships, or if you do attract a relationship, it's not going to lead to the same consequences, because you're actually the one that's changing. And this is beautiful. It's just your innermost loving parts of you has this desire to heal. It has a desire to be with somebody sexually. You want a mate. You want somebody to love you. And there's nothing wrong with that. There isn't. If you have this doubt that maybe you're gonna do the same mistakes again, you're ready. You're embracing the fact that you know you need to grow. And I think that's a step, that's a good step forward. Yeah, some of you guys just need some loving. I can sense that your energy is like through the roof. I can sense you guys being electrified. Look, electrified with energy ready to ooze out. You guys are crazy. Oh. See, anyways. Right? You can't have one without the other. You need both. It's almost as if you understand yourself so clearly, and you're moving forward with every good and bad part of yourself to help you build. It's like a do-over. It's almost like you were given the opportunity for another do-over. If you did it wrong the first time, you're hoping that you can make it right this time. Right? You're looking for a relationship that's going to be so real, so committed, so loving, so authentic. And you know what comes with that. It's going to be a total mirror of who you are, what you've become, what you worked on, what you progressed on, what you haven't, what you still need to work on. It's everything plus. And all this SEX you could want, right? We all know how lovey-dovey everybody gets in the first 3-4 honeymoon months, the honeymoon stage, right? And when this opportunity does come, because it will, because you're open to it, you're open for it. When the opportunity does come, it's gonna trigger you, right? Because it's gonna bring you back to those thoughts like, man, I fucked it up the first time. What if I do it again, right? What if I try again and it doesn't work out again, right? It's this fear that's in there, and it's like, are you willing to let your guard down? To be an exclusive, mutual, loving partnership with somebody. To enhance this experience between the both of you, right? Or are you okay still being alone? Which we all know you're not. We're not. And anybody that's in a relationship, again, this is just an invitation for you guys to be at a more healed level. I'm hoping that you're doing the healing, but then this other person's doing the healing too, because if only one of you is doing the healing, unfortunately, you know what that means. You got to move on. But if you're actually in a relationship with somebody and you guys are till death do us part, you're both really focusing on helping and growing, all you can do is really control yourself and how you react, right? And I feel like you're focusing on that. And in turn, because you want to be in more peace and harmony within yourself and your relationships, that's what you're going to get, right? All of a sudden, if you react differently, your partner is going to react differently, right? They may not understand why. They're like, this is suspicious. You don't usually act this way. But hey, it's you literally trying to be the better version of yourself that you can be, a more honest, understanding, patient, compassionate, forgiving person. It's easier said than done. I'm living proof of that. So anyways, this is still a beautiful reading. For my Virgos, just admit it. If you really do want a relationship with somebody and you haven't met them yet, just be honest. Just tell the universe you're ready. That's what you want. It's what you want. You're good enough. We all make mistakes. We all mess up real bad. But you're worthy of a whole new experience with somebody. You really are. I know it's going to be triggering, but what relationship isn't triggering? Friendship and all, right? So yeah, you want some loving, you want some benefits, you want to get nasty, and you can get nasty, and but you have to be nasty and vulnerable, okay? If you get what I'm saying. So I think that's all I have for you guys before I start getting banned for saying some stuff like this. I love you guys. Mwah.